Fran, with Cody scoring almost half of your points tonight, do you think he's shouldering too much of the load?
You know, every game's different in its personality and the way it's played. So tonight he had opportunities. I think he took advantage of them. And he can probably distribute a little more than he did tonight, too, and trust in his teammates a little bit more. But for me, anytime he has the ball, I think we are a dangerous offensive team.
Ray, were you surprised about the fact that the way they dominate the inside against you guys? I mean, 40-16 was in the paint.
No, I was not surprised. They are very bullish. They have two guys that are very, very strong. I thought we did a better job in the second half of limiting how many in the paint points in terms of the post-ups. I thought they got a couple second chance opportunities that hurt us. But I thought we defended better on the post-ups because Roberts was really tough to handle down inside a couple times. Kanasevich did a couple of really good things down there. We're not the bulkiest group.
They had a lot of N1s. Is that just like defensively just being too tentative, not making a hard enough foul or making the right decision?
Yeah, I think so. I thought they attacked the glass for second chance opportunities and got a number of N1s that hurt us. Although I'd like to see the film to see how many times that happened to us. There were a couple of great rebounds that they got that they had stickbacks on. One great dunk by Roberts. There was a foul that we fouled on that we had an opportunity to get the loose ball like 2 or 3 different times. We couldn't come up with it. But they did what they had to do. I thought the 2 biggest plays might have been Jones's threes, one off a foul shot that we had with Khalif. They ran it down very quickly. We didn't match up to Jones. And then the next time, I think it was late in the shot clock, and we just didn't switch out enough or blast that ball screen enough to limit that. Those 2 threes by Jones I thought were huge.
Why the primary option on that last play, 27?
Oh, yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Give him the ball. Yeah, I wasn't going to call a timeout because then they probably would have denied him. Would have been more difficult to get him the ball. And I think he had a couple of different. I'll wait to see the film. That looks like there were a couple of different options. He could have pulled up for a jumper. He probably had guys on his right and left. Seemed to me there were a bunch of St. Joe guys in the middle, and he just forced it up there a little bit. And then on the last play, when you have .7, you have a bounce in you. You can still bounce it once, and I think he just rushed that last shot. But I don't want to give the ball to anybody else in that situation. When Khalif had that.
The last shot in a normal situation, if you don't have a guy on fire like that, which you did, do you run something at the hoop with .7, or do you still run a three?
Yeah, I don't know how much they're going to let us get to the hoop. Dave. Okay. I mean, I hope they do. We had a situation where we had a cutter coming through. Maybe we get lucky with that. We had a ball screen, and maybe we get lucky with the slip. But again, he came off that, and I couldn't see it. I couldn't see it how clean it was, but he just caught it and then just threw it up. I thought he had a bounce in him, and he didn't. He chose not to use the bounce. But again, I don't want the ball in anybody else's hands. But Khalif Wyatt there. I thought we were fortunate to have him get it. I didn't think they would allow him to get it.
Coach, can you just talk about going from here? I know it's heading towards the home stretch here in the A10, and it seems like this league, anybody can beat anyone, even more so than in years past.
Yeah, I mean, it's a fabulous league. Anybody can beat anybody at any time. This is a great environment today. I thought our kids fought through it pretty well. We needed to be a little bit tougher on a couple possessions. Maybe we would have survived. But I feel better about the game this year, how we played and how we competed, than I did last year, how we played and didn't compete nearly as well as we did today. So we got a lot of games left, and we need to be the best team we can be moving forward. We'll have a big week, Charlotte at home and at Dayton, and we got to figure out a way to win a couple games.
You feel like you guys take this one any tougher just because you were in a hostile environment and it seemed like you had control of the game coming down there?
Yeah, we had a 9-point lead, and then we had a 4-point lead, and then I thought we had a couple of empty possessions, a couple of quick shots that hurt us, but I'm pleased with how we are progressing at this point. Disappointed, certainly, that we didn't finish the game more strongly, but I am pleased with our team.
Dan played 6 minutes. It was
first extended playing time since the Bowling Green game. Was that going to be planned this week to try and get him a run, or was that more?
Yeah, he's worked really hard. He's deserved this opportunity. So I thought he did what he needed to do in the first half, and he played pretty good defense, and he made no mistakes out there. And then now the next time he'll get an opportunity. He did have one chance to score it in the first half, but I thought he did what he had to do. He's a great guy, and he's worked real hard, so he earned those minutes. Okay.